So hello guys. So this is the kit I just bought from Hobby King over here. This over here is the frame of my 250 quad. These are my 2300 kV brushless motors and some propellers over here. These are 5x3 propellers. And this over here is my Afro Naze 32. I bought the version that comes not soldered. I'll have to solder my pins on the board. Okay, so let's start by opening this box over here that are of, as I told, my brushless motors, 2300 kV, sorry, from Hobby King, DYS. I'll leave the link to where to buy them in the description. They're fairly cheap. They come with the motors and the ESCs, opto ESCs. And now my NAS 32. So here are the cables. So now let's open here the box. And by the way, don't throw this box away. Keep it because later in the video I will use it. And here's my NAS 32. So over here are the LEDs, which indicate like when you're programming and the stuff. The US where you connect to the computer, no, that's for a buzzer before there. And here's for the receiver, and here's to connect your motors. So now the frame. This is a 250 race quad frame. It isn't carbon fiber, it's plastic, but it's really strong. It's thick plastic, so it won't break that easy, I think. It is flexible, but when you make the whole quad, put all the pieces, it stays really rigid. So we'll start opening here the plastic bag of these screws from the motor. I'll get the motor over here. So I'll use this over here for my propeller because I'm not using this type of propellers, no. So I'll start using this one. First I'll unscrew this head over here. And to screw this head up the motor, I'll get the smallest screw there is in this kit now, and I'll put it on the hole and bolt it in on the motor. So I know this isn't the right screwdriver for this, but as I'm in my grandfather's house and he doesn't have this tool, I'll use this one for now. It works fine. So I didn't screw it until the end because first I put all the screws inside and only after I screw them kind of hard. That's it. Now yes, you can press them strongly because I already centered it, put all the screws in its right place. So now yes, you can press it strongly. So as this is aluminum, you can't screw it too strong, if no you rip the teeth of the screw. So don't over tighten them, just do it enough to just stay there. So now screw the motors already on the frame. As you can see, I already put those standoffs on the frame. And I'll put it more or less there. I'll use the longest screw now. So I'll snake those wires through there and screw it over there. Now the same thing as the prop holder. I will just start the screws, center the motor, put all the screws in its correct place, and then yes, I'll be able to tighten the screw strongly. So now that I put all the screws not very strongly, we will center the motor. It's very easy to center if you look here in the middle. So you just put that silver part in the middle. No? And now yes, when it's all centered, you can press the screw strongly. Again, being careful not to rip the threads because it is aluminum and it can break easily. And as you can see, it's very nicely stuck over there. It won't jump out of the motor now. So now let's do the distribution board. This is the distribution board. It's very thin. So these over here work the same as the back to supply 5 volts for the receiver and everything. So now we're gonna put the standoffs back in their places so it holds the distribution board in place. So this distribution board works like this. Here we're gonna put the lead to the battery, and here we're gonna solder our ESCs. So mine is gonna go more or less like that, positive on positive, negative on negative. And that is the 5 volts for your receiver, your NAS, flight controller if you're using another one. All those 5 volt electronics. So now we're gonna finish putting our standoffs. One good thing to remind you guys, you will always have to use Loctite on these screws. All the screws on your drone, you will have to use Loctite not to fail the screws and the stuff. It already happened lots of times with like my friends, the motor just falls out. It even happens with me because I usually don't put Loctite. So just put Loctite, it isn't expensive, won't waste a lot of your time, will save your quad. Okay, so I just finished like screwing the motors on. All the motors are screwed and on the frame. The ESCs, I simply got a piece of electrical tape and passed it around on these holes over there. I think they were made especially for this, like to put zip ties and those stuff. I passed some electrical tape over there. I also bolted my NAS 32 on the frame. It's the same screw as those screws you use on the standoff. And just reminding you guys, don't throw this box away. We will use it. So this is why I use those. I asked you to not throw away those rubber pieces from the case. So we put them over there. So when you put your battery on it, when you crash on the ground, it doesn't like slide to your camera, slide off, damage your quad. So it grips on, it holds your battery very strongly and doesn't let it fly away, break, or any of those bad stuff you don't want to happen with your battery, neither your quad. And also I need to remind you to leave some space, like I cut a square piece on the corners of those last two ones in the middle to give space for the screws to, if like you need to take out the top part, to be able to unscrew the screws over there. And you have to be careful too, because you put the velcro strap over there to hold your battery, so you need to leave space for that too. And I also decided not to put it too near the camera because I don't want to like touching the camera. So like there's exactly where the battery is gonna stay at the end of the battery, and I don't want like to touch the camera. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, give a like. Don't forget to subscribe too. And on the next video, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to solder all your electronics. your ESCs, the motors, nails, everything, how to solder them. And yeah, so probably I'll have a playlist now showing you guys all the steps now, and links are in the description for all the pieces I bought over here. So yeah, thanks for watching.